What up? What's happening? YouTube. What's going on, man? Welcome to Sports God TV, man, where we talk sports like religion. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Octane, man. This is our second broadcast here on YouTube on Sports God TV. Week 1, my very first broadcast. I did Week 1 predictions. And man, I know you guys enjoyed this first week of NFL season, man. I mean, how could you not? We had some close games that went down to the wire. We had some blowouts, and also we had some duds. You dig? But at the same time, this is what I am here for, to give you the Week 1 recap. I want to recap Week 1. I want to also recap my predictions that I made last week. I did go 12, 3, and 1. You hear me? 12, 3, and 1. Fantasy owners, get with me. People that bet on sports, get with me. I'm telling you. And also, I'm going to introduce a new segment today called Boy, Was I Wrong? Because for the simple fact, I made predictions, and again, all of them wasn't correct. But let me just jump right into it. Starting off with the first game between the Bears and the Packers. Now, remind you, if you watched the broadcast last week, I did say Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. I also said the Chicago defense is one of the most stingiest defenses in the NFL. Pretty much all was true. Aaron Rodgers was not Aaron Rodgers, at least for Week 1, with the new coach and the new play calling. But guess what? The Bears still found a way to stink up the joint. Boy, was I wrong for picking the Bears. Packers went ahead and took that one. Let me move on to the next prediction. The Titans versus the Browns. And remember, last week I said on paper. I mean on paper. The Browns seemed like they could take it all the way to the Super Bowl. Come on, right or wrong. But guess what happened? They turned it to the Browns on Sunday. They turned up a dub. And they got smoked. 43-13. I mean, Mariota went 14 for 24, threw for 248 and 3 touchdowns. Derrick Henry added 84 yards on the ground with a touchdown. I mean, Baker Mayfield came out sharp, but he threw 3 picks. Do you hear me? 3. Boy, was I wrong for picking the Browns. Moving on to the Bills and the Jets. I picked the Jets at home to win the game. And guess what? For the most part, I was right. They was up 16-0. 16-0, man. Ended up being 17-16. The Buffalo Bills snuck out that victory. My goodness. Another game that I picked the Cards and the Lions. Now, I'm not too mad about this game because simple fact that it ended up in a tie. But the Cardinals was getting blasted the whole game. Kyler Murray looked at like an offense. They looked at horrible for 3 quarters. Next thing you know, the rookie, he came out guns blazing in the 4th quarter, man. Ended up being a tie. I mean, shoot, the rookie threw for, what did he throw for? 308 yards and 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. He threw the ball 54 times. You know, and the ageless wonder Fitzgerald, man, he's still doing his thing. I mean, shoot, he had 8 grabs for $113 and a touchdown. What more can you ask for? But it ended up in a tie. Another game that I picked the Bucks to beat the 49ers, and I said it was a make-or-break season for Jameis Winston, and he proves me right. Because the simple fact that this guy threw 3 interceptions. 3. Man, he's 1/2 away from being on the bench. 49ers pulled out that winning. Boy, was I wrong for picking the Bucks. Moving on to the daggone Broncos and the Raiders. I just thought that since AB is gone to the Patriots now, that the Raiders wasn't going to have enough in the tank. And guess what, man? Serves me wrong. The Broncos just couldn't come in the black hole and take care of business. So, boy, was I wrong for picking the Broncos. Man, it's amazing. All right, man, let me just go ahead and run down the rest of the games, man. The Redskins had a 17-point lead going into the half and messed around and blew it. The Eagles stormed back. Game 32-27. Wentz went off. He went over for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Deshaun Jackson, ex-Redskin, killed them 250-plus bombs. He went for 154 with 2 touchdowns. Eagles win. Keenum did look good, though. He threw for 380 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the rookie McLaurin had 5 catches for $125 and a touchdown. So can't ask for more. Defense just got shredded. The Ravens, they are flying high. Flying high. They blasted the Dolphins 59-10. Lamar Jackson, man, 17 for 20, 324 yards, 5 TDs. 5. Ingram added a $107 and 2 touchdowns. And Hollywood, I said he is Hollywood Brown. Had 4 catches for 147, 2 TDs. Bingo. Vikings beat the Falcons 28-12, and Cousins only threw the ball 10 times. Can you believe it? 10 times. And they win a game? Something ain't right with that picture. We're going to look into that. The Rams and the Panthers was an excellent game. Exciting. The Rams pulled that off 30-27. Chiefs and the Jaguars, Mahomes did his thing, man. In the first half, the guy had over 300 yards, man. He looked like he did last year. I mean, that's scary. And Sammy Watkins went off too, man. Sammy Watkins had 9 catches for $198 and 3 touchdowns. I mean, they blasted the Jags. Nick Foles threw a touchdown, his first touchdown. He broke his collarbone, so he's going to be out for the next couple of weeks. But, yeah, man, the Chiefs handled business. How about the Chargers and the Colts? That was a pretty good game, too. Colts was storming back. Chargers ended up taking care of business, 30-24. Rivers threw for over 330 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 pick. Bengals and the Seahawks came down to pretty much a possession. Seahawks squeaked that out 21-20. And then the Giants and the Cowboys, man, listen, pay that man his money. Dak Prescott, Jerry Jones, you need to be on the phone, backing up the Brinks truck, paying that man his money. He just threw for over 400 yards for you, 4 touchdowns, and pretty much y'all dominated y'all first game. Man, the Patriots, I said they were the Super Bowl champions last year. They still look like they in Super Bowl form, the way they rolled over the Steelers. I mean, they literally road-killed the Steelers. I mean, 33-3, my God, this is primetime game. How can you not show up? Did y'all stay in the locker room? Did y'all even leave from Pittsburgh and go to Foxborough? I'm kind of confused. Anyway, let's move on. Josh Gordon did step up, though. Welcome back to Josh Gordon, man. He had 73 yards, 1 touchdown. Brady went for 341, 3 touchdowns. Hey, man, Patriots win. And then the Texans and the Saints, I think, was the best game of the day. Do y'all agree? If you agree, man, spam up in the comments, man. Spam up with the likes, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I mean, because that was an exciting game all the way down to the wire. Deshaun Watson, he looked sweet out there. He was running the offense fluently. Drew Brees is being Drew Brees. Came down to a 50-yard field goal, man, as time expired, and the Saints won. Thought the Texans had the game in the bag. Didn't you? But anyhow, man, I'm going to go ahead and get to the games for next week, man. Next week, I'm going to make my predictions. We got the Bucks versus the Panthers. I got the Panthers at home. My upset pick. Do you hear me? My upset pick of Sunday is Cowboys versus the Redskins. I got the Redskins upsetting the Cowboys on Sunday. All right. Then we got the 49ers and Bengals. I got the Bengals winning. Chargers versus Lions. I got the Chargers still in that game. Vikings and Packers. I got the Vikings also still in that game. The Seahawks versus the Steelers. I got the Steelers bouncing back. They are at home. I think they're going to take that game. Cardinals and Ravens. I think, the fight of the Cardinal and the Raven. I think the Ravens going to eat well this week. So, shout out to the Ravens. I got them taking the cards out. You got the Jags and the Texans. Deshaun Watson and them look good. I got the Texans in that one. Chiefs and Raiders, no question. The Chiefs, I got them winning. The Bears, I expect them to snap back and get some offense going and get that win from the Broncos. Saints and Rams, kind of toss-up game. It could go either way, but I'm going to go ahead and stick with the home team. I think the Rams got enough to win at home. Eagles versus Falcons, another matchup with the Birds. You got the Eagles and you got the Falcon. I think the Eagle going to eat a little bit more than the Falcon, so I believe the Eagles going to win. And then last but not least, you got the Browns and the Jets. I say Baker Mayfield and company bounce back and get the win. Let me know what you think. Again, spam up in the comments. This is your boy Octane, live on Sports God TV. And we coming at you, man, every week. Let me know what you think. Peace, blessings, love, and we out. Octane.